Adam & Sons AC and Heating is a locally owned business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices. Whether it's commercial or residential, Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air@yahoo.com. Mention you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast and get 10% off your service call.
If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794, email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com, or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com.
Luling MMA provides a safe and professional martial arts instruction for kids and adults. Head trainer and owner King Webb is a third-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and a first-degree black belt in Taekwondo. Luling MMA offers classes in the sweet science of boxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and MMA. With experienced trainers and coaches, Luling MMA provides world-class instruction for those that want to learn for recreation or for competition. Luling MMA is located at 212 North Cypress Avenue in Luling, Texas. For more information about Luling MMA, you can go to their website, www.mmaluling.com.
Kent Riddle Properties has been the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast since 2020, and has been a big supporter of Lockhart Lion Sports for over 40 years. Lockhart Lion fans all over the world have been able to follow the games on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, as well as being the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Kent is also the QA guy for every broadcast. Kent Riddle has been in the real estate business for over 35 years. If you are looking to buy, sale, or lease a property in the area, you can contact Kent Riddle at 512-359-0036. Meitler Plumbing LLC is the one to call on for your plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years, and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a Lion, always a Lion.
Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern's cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating, we service commercial and residential HVAC system, as well as refrigeration, ice machines, and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs, you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort.
if you find yourself on the side of the road or in an accident. Call Quantum Towing and Recovery at 512-295-8697. Quantum Towing has been a family-owned business since 2000. We offer 24-hour towing and recovery service for your vehicle. With 4 locations to serve you in Kyle, San Marcos, Luling, and Lockhart, Quantum Towing is only a phone call away.
KJ's Embroidery is the place that can make your embroidery dreams a reality. If you're looking for embroidery work for business hats, shirts, or patches embroidered with your business logo, owner Randy Ellis can get you lined up. From a handful of items to bulk items, KJ's Embroidery is the one to call. Check them out on Facebook to stay up to date with all of their current work. If you would like to reach out to KJ's Embroidery for embroidery work done, you can send an email to kjsembroidery@gmail.com, or you can call them at 830-263-2447.
My name is Nathaniel Gonzalez, also known as My Time Gonzalez on the football field.
Same formation.
Same play.
Hand off to Gonzalez. He got room to run across his midfield to the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. End zone, touchdown, Gonzalez.
When I'm not on the football field, I run a small Christian brand with 2 of my friends, Sam Mancius and Gabby Longoria. This allows us to spread our Lord and Savior's message. We make shirts, shorts, sweaters, cut-off hoodies, car decals, and drawstrings backpack. My design is to have a unique verse of your choosing on the back of the shirt or hoodie. If you would like to support Stay Holy, scan the QR code and check out what we have. Or for more info, you can send us an email to stayholy21@gmail.com. If Jesus could do it all, we could try. God bless and go Lions.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, 5th-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
Welcome to today's broadcast of Lockhart Lions Sports on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast, brought to you by our main sponsors, Kent Riddle Properties, Kreitz Market, and Quantum Towing. And now from the press box with the broadcasting crew of our football analyst, the coach Amato Galvez, color commentary TD Tom Dunn, and the voice of Lockhart Lions Sports Emilio the Sarge Juarez.
And welcome to tonight's special broadcast. It is senior night here at Lady Lions Softball Stadium. And welcome to tonight's broadcast of Lady Lions Softball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. My name is Emilio Sarge Juarez, and alongside next to me calling the action tonight is going to be TD Tom Dunn. And we got an exciting night of softball coming for us here, TD. Of course, Lockhart's out of the playoffs. Rouse is still in the hunt for a district title, so this game still means a lot to them. But it also means a lot to the Lady Lions. It's senior night, and what a better way to go out with a victory against the top-seeded Rouse here in District 25 5A. as they are tied for the district with Liberty Hill. As we'll pull up the district standings right now, it is Rouse at 10-3 and Liberty Hill at 10-3 sitting at top. They both have won against each other, so they're split the season series. And then it's Leander at 9-4, Hayes 9-4. Those are going to be your top 4 teams going into the playoffs. And then we'll have Glenn, Lehman, Cedar Park, and then Lyman, Lockhart at the end.
And so depending what happens, Liberty Hill, Lockhart could potentially spoil Rouse's run at a district championship tonight.
Yes, definitely. Of course, district games we got going on tonight. Of course, Liberty Hill, it's going to be playing. They're going to be playing at home. Actually, they're playing right now, 6:15 p.m. 6:15 p.m. First pitch. They are hosting Cedar Park. Leander Glen is hosting Leander, the Lady Lions of Leander. And then at Lehman High School, it is Battle of Buda. Lehman Lobos hosting the Hayes Hawks, the Lady Hawks. And, of course, right here at Lady Lions Stadium, it is Lockhart hosting the Rouse Raiders.
And if you were to just look at the records and go by that alone, you would think that both Rouse and Liberty Hill probably should be favored to win their games tonight. So could end up still in a tie there.
Yeah.
Not sure what the tiebreakers are after that.
Yeah, you're thinking about it. Lockhart split the season series with Cedar Park, and Cedar Park defeated the Rouse Raiders early in the season.
So that could be part of the tiebreaker.
That could be. And mention it is senior night for the Lady Lions.
Yep, we'll have all the seniors here in just a few minutes. We'll go through and introduce them as well as their escorts and have a few little pieces from each one. I'm pulling double duty, be on the broadcast tonight, and we'll also be doing the announcing here in the stadium as well.
Yes, definitely.
We're working just a little bit to figure out where my echo's coming from.
You still got the echo?
A little bit.
Yeah, we'll get that situated here pretty soon.
Well, the Rouse JV certainly brought a tough team here as they took down our JV 11-1. A really good pitcher throwing curveballs that we could not seem to hit.
Yeah, Lady Lions, they gave up 8 runs in the first 2 innings. Of course, it is a 4-run rule when it comes to JV. It gives them more time to play, especially since they played before the Lady Lions, so the varsity squad. So
it helps you control the pace of the game and time of the game so these varsity games can start on time. And Lockhart going through their infield, outfield warm-up out there as well as Rouse.
All right, we'll take you around the horn with the Lady Lions as soon as we get through with introductions and the national anthem. We'll take you around the horn with the Lady Lions, and once again, I want to thank everybody tuning in, whether you're going to be watching on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel. Hope you're going to enjoy tonight's broadcast. As TD Tom Dunn brings you all the action, myself with the producing and working the camera, and bringing in some color commentary whenever TD decides to let me talk.
And we also have DJ Alina Manzano. She's running the music here. And then on the scoreboard will be Miss Lindsay Castillo. If it's off, you'll know who to blame for that.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out how they got the scoreboard reset out there on the outfield, too. So it's kind of a little tricky situation with the scoreboard.
Well, scoreboards always are fun.
Yeah. And earlier during the JV game, we had a nice visit up here with the new athletic director and head coach of the Lockhart Lions, Coach Maldonado.
Yeah, he was here last week as well, and he's still in the house for the varsity game tonight.
Right. Also, coming from Rouse High School, of course, he's got to come down here and at least see his former squad in action, or one of his former athletic sports when it comes to the Lady Rouse Raiders.
Now he's got a ton of work to do, and it started right away here at Lockhart. He's got coaches to hire and staff to build, and it's not just one sport either. He's got to make sure he's set for all sports next year.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you missed the interview that we had, the exclusive interview that we had with Coach Maldonado, you can still catch it on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. very informative, and we gave the opportunity for viewers to chime in with questions, and he was able to answer just about every single one that we had out there. So,
well, it makes me happy to see him here at a softball game. Starting off strong. Participating and being present at girls' sporting events. That's a big deal to me as a softball dad, and even having another little one who will come along. I'm also a football dad, but one of the things that I like about Coach is he doesn't see it as girls and boys athletics. He sees it as athletics.
Yeah, a program in its entirety.
Correct.
Of course, last week he was at across the road, throughout the first pitch for the boys' baseball game when they took on Cedar Park Timberwolves, and of course we were here on this side of the field broadcasting the Lady Lions, while TD was hustling and making some moves in Vegas. The Lady Lions were in action here at Cedar Park. Of course, took a tough loss in that one. They took a big lead going into the first 3 innings, and then after that, it was all Cedar Park Timberwolves after that.
I got in trouble at the craps table because I kept checking the game changer. Not allowed to have your phone out at the tables.
Okay.
So I would stand up and walk off and watch you guys for half an inning, then go sit back down.
So, TD, you're familiar with a lot of these young ladies that we're going to be. Talk about some of the seniors before we get into to the whole senior night.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the first one on the list is the center fielder for the Lions and daughter of our former athletic director, Coach Mabus, is Presley Mabus.
Now he's the athletic director and head coach at Huntsville.
That's right.
For the Huntsville Hornets.
And basically, Presley out at center field is like a human highlight reel, just with tons of diving catches at the wall. I mean, she's just a really capable center fielder. And you'll hear a little bit more about our future plans here in a bit. But she's been a staple for the Lions for the last 4 years. She's been on varsity all 4 years and started at center field the last 3 years and has really kind of held that position down the entire time. Probably one of the better young outfielders I've ever seen play softball. Then you got number 4, Gina Nieto. I've always said she's my favorite base runner to watch. She has not gotten as much time as maybe she should have this year, but great softball player, and she's in her senior year. Now, something important too is some of these girls, the girls that are seniors tonight, were district champions back in 2022. This softball program. Since then, we have not been able to get back there, but I do feel like that's something that's important to mention, that these seniors were on that team and were district champions. Then you've got number 10, Gigi Lopez. She's been the third baseman for the last 3 years for the Lockhart Lions. She plays that hot corner, and she plays it well. You can watch a lot of sports, and I don't know, other than a hockey goalie, I don't know a really more dangerous spot to play than third base on the softball field.
Third base and catcher. Yeah, third base and catcher.
Well, because you got 60 feet to the bases. They're standing 10 feet inside the bases, so they're at 50 feet. Looking at exit velocities in the 70s, the reaction time that they have to play that position is amazing, and Gigi's done a great job of that. Then you got the senior Evelyn Rodriguez. She's also been on this team since she was a freshman.
Jack of all trades. She's played at just about every single position on the field.
Left field, right field, first baseman. That's kind of where she's played this year, but she pitches as well, and really you could put her anywhere on the field.
She's going to be at first base tonight too. So
yeah. And then you've got, of course, the pitcher who's held it down for the last 2 years, number 15, Emma Betancourt. And, I mean, you just can't say enough about her. She has pitched more total games probably than any Lockhart pitcher in a long time. And they'll stick with her, too. They'll put her out there at the beginning, and she'll still be out there in the 7th inning a lot of times. So just a really mentally tough player that can carry you all the way through, which is rare in softball. And then you got number 19, Emma Reyes at second for Lockhart. She's had some highlight reel plays this year. Made some really good outs for the team and has done a good job at bat with the bat as well.
Yeah, it's a big night of softball for the Lady Lions, and as we get ready to cut off our headsets and turn up the crowd mic, as we get ready for senior night as the introduction of the seniors, as TD Tom Dunn will be leading the way on the PA. So let's go ahead and cut off our headsets and turn up the crowd mic.
first senior of the night is number 1, Presley Mavis. Presley is escorted by her mother, Sherry Mavis, her dad, Todd Mavis, her sister, Keely, and brother, Caden. She will be attending Glenn College in Brenham to play softball and pursue business. Her favorite memory in softball is when they went to a Mexican restaurant her sophomore year and she asked for cheese on her quesadilla. Her words of encouragement to underclassmen are keep working hard, never give up, and play to the best of your abilities and leave it all on the field because it doesn't last forever. Senior number 1, Presley Mavis. Our second senior tonight is number 4, Gina Nieto. She is escorted by her mom, Liza, sisters, Andrea, and Emily. Gina will be attending ACC for 2 years and will transfer to a uni to keep pursuing her dream of becoming a dermatologist. Her favorite memory in softball is being able to play with my girls for all 4 years. Her words of encouragement to underclassmen: I hope you all continue to get better and try your best in every game. Senior number 4, Gina Nieto. Our next senior is number 10, Genesis Gigi Lopez. Gigi is escorted by her father, Isaac Lopez, her mother, Tammy Lopez, and her brother, Alessio Lopez. Gigi will be attending State College in Florida and pursuing a degree in nursing. Her favorite memory is hitting a grand slam in Portland and seeing all of her girls cheering her on and waiting for her at the plate. She loved that tournament because she got to hang out on and off the field and all went to the beach together. Her words of encouragement for underclassmen: I would say don't take anything for granted. Time moves fast. She never thought the day would come that she would be standing here to play with them for the last time. Don't let this game bring you down, but let it be there to lift you up and the people around you. Senior number 10, Gigi Lopez. Our next senior is number 11, Evelyn Rodriguez. She is escorted by her mother, Amanda Fontini, her father, Rosario Rodriguez, her sister, Ariana Rodriguez, and her brother, Isaiah Rodriguez. Evelyn will be attending Texas State, majoring in sports and fitness management and minoring in photography. Her favorite softball memory is when our team bonding moments, like our school lock-in or out-of-town tournaments in the hotel, and just planning small get-togethers outside of softball. Words of encouragement for underclassmen: no matter how many obstacles come in the way of your success, continue to push through them. They're there to make you better. Don't give up on your goals. Senior number 11, Evelyn Rodriguez. Our next senior is number 15, Emma Betancourt. She is escorted by her grandfather, Larry Ramirez. Emma will be attending Texas A&M University, majoring in political science and on a pre-law track. She is top 5 in her class with a 4.6 GPA. Her favorite memory in Lockhart softball was a team win beating Rouse junior year. Everyone contributed to put their best foot forward, making it such a memorable moment. I loved every moment about that game. Her words of encouragement to underclassmen: never let anyone environmental control who you are. Number 15, senior Emma Betancourt. Next, we have number 19, senior Emma Reyes. She is escorted by mom, Paula Gonzalez, and dad, Robert Reyes. She will be enlisting in the United States Army, where she plans to serve 5.5 years of active duty service and will be working in their IT field. For her favorite memory in softball, she says, I could not honestly pick a specific memory, but more a feeling. All the games where we came together, you could feel the energy shift in the dugout and on the field. Those games stuck with me most remembering the cheers and excitement of a base hit or a walk, or even picking someone up after a strikeout. That feeling was my favorite memory in softball. Senior, number 19, Emma Reyes. Let's have a big hand for all our Lockhart seniors. And we will also recognize seniors on the Rouse side as well tonight. Their first senior is going to be number 2, Sienna Arguijo. Senior number 18, Maddie George. Senior number 3, Blakely Barber. Senior number 5, Olivia Steen. Senior number 10, Braylon Hill. Senior number 9, Havana Hygert. Senior number 22, Alexis Benoy. And their manager, senior Paola Castillo. Give it up one more time for all of our seniors. And I have one more thing to read here. This is from Danny to Gigi Lopez. To my Gigi, over the past 6 years, you've become one of the most important people in my life. Thank you for making me feel like I always have someone supporting me. The way we encourage each other to always work to achieve our goals, even if we felt like giving up, means everything to me. I value how honest and trustworthy you are, and that's a very special quality. Even though we still have summer till you leave, I know it's going to go by too quickly, so I want to take advantage of every possible opportunity to make a new memory, like our trips to Taco Bell before the game, putting in extra work over the weekends and holidays, or going to each other's tournaments, even if we didn't have one ourselves. All our stupid inside jokes, me braiding your hair before every practice, and there's so much more I could say, but I was told to keep this short. I just want you to know how important you are in my life, no matter the 17 hours between us. You will never become less important to me, and you better still tell me everything that happens every day in your life like you do now. I love you so much, and pack a big enough suitcase for me to hide in it. And now for your starting lineup, starting with the Rouse Raiders. Batting first and playing shortstop, senior number 2, Sienna Arguijo. Batting second and playing center field, junior number 1, Ava Chick. Batting number 3 and playing third, senior number 18, Maddie George. Batting number 4 and playing first, junior number 7, Delaney Benoy. Batting fifth and pitching, senior number 3, Blakely Barber. Batting sixth and behind the plate, number 21, sophomore Mariah Collins. Batting seventh and playing left field, senior number 5, Olivia Steen. Batting number 8, freshman number 16, Brinley Pinkston. Raiders will be junior number 4, Addison White. Junior number 6, Charlie Cash. Senior number 9, Havana Hager. Freshman number 15, Claire O'Rourke. Sophomore number 20, Kennedy Coleman. And senior number 22, Alexis Vinoy. Head coach for Rouse Raiders is Brenda Samuels. And now for your Lockhart Lady Lions. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 9, Marisa Sosa. Batting second and playing first base, number 11, Evelyn Rodriguez. Batting third. And at third base, number 10, Genesis Gigi Lopez. Hitting cleanup and in center field, number 1, Presley Mavis. Hitting fifth and at pitcher, number 15, Emma Betancourt. Hitting sixth and at the DP position, number 12, Danica Valadez. Hitting seventh and in right field, number 5, Sabrina Ariza. Hitting eighth and playing second base, number 19, Emma Reyes. Hitting ninth and in left field, number 14, Lily Villarreal. Flex player and playing catcher, number 3, Ariana Espinosa. On reserve for the Lady Lions are number 2, Andrea Barrientos, and number 4, Gina Santander, number 6, Jordan Deutsch, and number 8, Genesis Cuellar. If you'll please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Hurry up, batter. It's gonna be a short game and I gotta get home for lunch.
I tell you what, TD, what a classy way for Lockhart ISD Athletics to recognize the seniors of Rouse, not just Lockhart Lady Lions, but the Lady Raiders as well also, as this is the final game for both squads. So, you know,
absolutely, they don't get the last home game.
Yeah, hats off to the people that made it happen for Lockhart ISD to recognize and also give them the ladies a rose, the seniors that are playing for the Lady Rouse Raiders. So, you know, sometimes it becomes more than just a game, and right there just proved it right there.
Well, I can tell you, softball is it's a sport unto its own. A lot of people think, oh, you know, softball's just like baseball, but it's a very different sport in that when the girls play, you know, boys, you could throw them out there with T-shirts and jeans. On the girls' side, look good, you feel good, you play good, and I can tell you from looking at this starting lineup for Lockhart, they're certainly looking good and feeling good tonight, being senior night for a lot of these ladies. Maybe some emotions going around that they can draw on to play a little bit extra or pull that little bit more out from from inside you to try to get a win against a tough Rouse team here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you what, Sarge, I haven't read as much since I think English 4, my senior year. That's about the most I've had to read since then.
You did a great job. Now, before we get to the first batter, let's take you around the horn with the Lady Lions on the field. Behind the plate is going to be number 3, Espinosa. At first base, number 11, Rodriguez. Reyes, number 19, at second base. Sosa, number 9, at shortstop. Number 10, Lopez at third base. And going from left to right, out in left field, number 14, Villarreal. Number 1, Mavis in center field. And number 5, Ariza in right field. And on the mound, I keep saying on the mound.
It's hard.
I'm so used to baseball, yeah.
It.
In the circle for the Lady Lions, going to be number 15, Emma Bencourt. And just as the seniors are going to be playing their final game here, this is actually going to be the final Lions Pride Sports broadcast of Lady Lions Softball. As you know, of course, by now people have known that at the end of the football season next year, I'm going to be stepping aside, and hopefully if things work out, we're trying to get things set up. TD's going to be the one that's going to be stepping in and taking over for the 26 season. So.
Yep, and a lot of other exciting things coming as well. Hopefully. Yeah. We're going to transition to a more student-involved program where in the future you'll see more things like commercials for different sports. We got all kinds of good ideas to come, and hopefully, affiliating directly with the high school will help us to bring you even more, Lockhart Lions sports in the future.
Oh, yeah. With it becoming a student-based program also as well, it helps out a lot, especially when you go into the playoffs time. Of course, when it comes to playoffs, people have already figured out NFHS Network, Dave Campbell's. It's all about a money thing right there, which is fine and dandy. They pay for the rights. They get to do what they do, and they do it well. But when it comes to student-based and where the students are going to be gaining credit from producing, working the camera, being behind the scenes and everything. Of course, TD would probably still stay on as a play-by-play guy. When Lockhart gets into the playoffs, you'll be able to watch the games for free once the paperwork gets put in. And, I have yet to see the paperwork get denied. So.
Right.
And
so exciting changes coming in the future. And sad that we'll be seeing Sarge, but don't worry, you still got a whole football season.
Oh, yes.
With the voice of Lockhart Lions, of Sarge will be coming at you here starting in August.
Yeah, 6 home games. Of course, we picked up an extra scrimmage.
That's right, I saw that.
Elgin. We're going to be playing, not Elgin, Northeast Raiders. Formerly Reagan High School. So that one's, believe that was going to be at Nelson Field. That's a nice stadium out there as well. An old stadium. Probably not as old as House Park or Burger Center, but definitely one of those stadiums that are in Austin that's been around for a while.
Well, and it's like we're getting closer and closer to game time here. If you're going to put your eyes in any one place on this field, I'd say it'd be kind of right up the middle of the field from catcher to pitcher to center field. Got 3 really good players in a line right there. You've got freshman Ariana Espinosa behind the plate, who has done a great job this year playing catcher for the Lady Lions. And then the always dependable Emma Betancourt will be pitching. And then in that straight line out there is senior Presley Mavis we talked about. She's like the human highlight reel. That's pretty much a no-fly zone out there from the L on the Lockhart sign to the L of the softball sign.
Yeah. A typical center fielder, she's tall. She's got a wide wingspan, and she's got the speed. So she's got speed out there. Actually, we got speed all throughout the outfield. We got tremendous speed out there going from left to right.
Well, and you'll see Mavis make catches in shallow left, shallow right. If she can get to the ball, she's calling them off, and she's going to make the catch 99% of the time.
So as we get set, first batter's going to be coming up. Of course, TD's going to be doing double duty as he's going to be announcing the batter. He is the PA guy for Lady Lions Softball.
And now batting for Rouse is number 2, Sienna Arguijo. And we're just about ready for the first pitch here at Lady Lions Stadium.
And we got a nice little breeze blowing in from straightaway center. Also, kind of shifts from left to right.
And that breeze has just kicked up in the last couple evenings. The breeze has kind of kicked up in the evening where it usually lays down. First pitch from Betancourt outside for ball 1. Looked like that was the spot she was aiming for. She could get a chase on the first pitch. Arguijo, a lefty. Doesn't look like she's slapping though. Looks like she's ready in there to swing. And that one in the same spot, a little outside for ball 2. 2-0 pitch. And swung on and hit foul down the left field line. Just about a foot outside the foul line. That'll bring her count to 2 balls, 1 strike.
Took advantage of a 2-0 pitch to where Emma had to put it right over the plate.
And that one from Betancourt just missing off the outside river. Maybe a little low as well, so the count will be 3 balls, 1 strike. And that one finds the outside edge. Espinoza doing a good job helping her pitcher out, framing that one inside. Full count for Arguijo. And that one hit hard to shortstop Sosa. She's got it, but over the head of Evelyn at first base. And Arguijo will get into second on the throwing error. And next up to bat for Rouse will be Eva Chick. And so not a great start for Lockhart. Got an error that sent Arguijo over to second. She's looking for time so she can get rid of her wristband or elbow protector, gloves. And so right away, Rouse Raiders with a runner in scoring position.
Great stop by Sosa. I think just a little bit of adrenaline got to her and overthrew the first baseman.
And Rodriguez is not a overly tall first baseman either. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Looks like Betancourt threw the curveball there. And that one
beautiful
right
pitch
down the heart of the plate for strike 2. So Betancourt starts out ahead of Chick. As you can see, pinstripes are back in fashion as both the Lockhart Lady Lions and the Rouse Raiders are rocking the pinstripes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's the first strikeout of the night for Emma Betancourt.
And the first out of the game.
And Betancourt doing a good job to get a strikeout early. She's not had a whole ton of strikeouts in every game this year. A lot of times she's pitching to contact, let her defense play behind her. But she does a good job of moving around, taking them deep into counts and making them hit little easy grounders. That one's just outside. And Espinoza comes out and checks the runner out there second. Let her know she's not going to have an easy pass to third. This is number 18 batting, Maddie George. Catch everyone up in the stadium after this pitch. Now in the box for Rouse, number 18, Maddie George. So 1-1 the count to George. And Arguijo's still out there on second base. And that one outside for ball 2. Betancourt does a good job of using all her pitches and really working through a batter. She's never going to come up, try to throw 3 strikes and strike you out. She's going to move the ball around and try to get you to chase something and help her out.
And also does a great job on covering all 4 points of the bases of the home plate.
And that ball hit hard up the middle. Mavis can't quite get to it. Close play at second. But Maddie George will be in there safe. And Arguijo will score from second. And so the score will be 1-0 Rouse. And now batting for Rouse will be number 7, Delaney Vinoy.
And we talked about Presley Mavis during the pregame. That's one way if you're going to want to beat speed and agility out there is hit that hard line drive out there.
That's right, and that ball had some real spin on it and just didn't get high enough for Mavis to be able to run and get it in the air. But she did a good job bringing it in quick to hold George at second. And Vanoy watches the first one low for ball one.
Now, how big is that error to start the game off for the Lady Lions right there? Plenty of softball left to go, though.
That one swung hard and hit in the gap past second baseman Reyes. George will come around to score. They'll hold the runner at first. And that was Mavis out there getting to it and getting the ball in to hold the runner out at first. And she celebrates over there. And now batting for Rouse will be number 3, Blakely Barber.
So back-to-back base hits for the Rouse Lady Raiders puts 2 runs on the board here at the top of the first.
Man, Rouse is a good team. You want to try to stop the bleeding now. And she starts her off with a strike right down the left side of the plate. Delaney Van Noy is a tall runner over there on first base. And that one, same spot, same pitch, strike 2. And so that's 2 batters where Emma Betancourt's gone up 2 strikes on them. First one ended in a strikeout.
See if this one's going to end the same way.
And that one hit hard to the right field corner and foul. And so Emma Betancourt came inside twice and tried to come outside with a curveball. Here to chase. She did chase, but she got a piece of it. Got Sosa and Lopez offering some words of encouragement to their pitcher. And that one low for ball 2.
Great job by the freshman to keep it in front of her as well.
Espinosa did a good job to go down and block that ball. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. And that one hit to Gigi Lopez. They'll have a chance at a double play here. And they get the out at second, but Reyes unable to cleanly get it into her throwing hand to try for the out at first. And it looks like the Rouse coach is going to argue that Reyes may have bobbled that ball. We're down to 1 umpire here tonight. Prayers go out to the second umpire we had here earlier, left with a medical condition. I hope that turns out he is okay.
Yes, went down during the JV game, about halfway through it.
And so Brenda Samuels comes out, talks to the umpire, and he sticks with his original call of out. So that'll be 2 outs for the Lady Lions.
And Blakely Barber will reach on a fielder's choice. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner.
That'll be number 20 coming in, Kennedy Coleman.
And Blakely Barber's the pitcher for Lady Rouse Raiders, so you don't want to get her injured running the base pad. So
now batting number 21, Mariah Collins. And so Rouse said to their 6th batter of the order. They've got 2 outs. They've given up 2 here in the first. Pitch calls for this Lockhart team come in from Coach Mauricio Martinez. And that one pitched over the right edge of the plate, foul back into the screen for strike 1. One pitch from Betancourt on the way. And that one's hit hard and high. Looks like Preston Mavis will have an easy catch for a 3rd out. And after the first half, Lockhart gives up 2. And they'll head in, come back, we'll see the top of the Lions order. We'll go ahead and take a break. You're watching Lockhart Lions Softball right here on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
And we are back here at Lady Lions Field, where your Lockhart Lady Varsity Lions are taking on the Rouse Raiders. Now coming up to bat for your Lady Lions, number 9, Marisa Sosa. Carrying double duty tonight. I'll thank the girls that are up here to remind me to announce the names. And not just for you folks at home, but for the folks in attendance as well. Sosa, left-handed batter coming into the box. But you won't see much slapping out of her. She's a power hitter. She likes to pull them to that right field corner. And she tried to do that with that first pitch, but swing and a miss for strike one. And she shows bunt pulls, but it's called for strike two. So Sosa quickly finds herself in the hole behind two. Sosa's played a lot of second base this year. Swing and a miss. It'll be a drop third strike. They'll get it down to first in time.
Great throw by the catcher.
Yeah, she kind of dropped it right over Sosa's shoulder.
Yeah, it was almost like throwing it in through the eye of a needle.
And next up for your Lady Lions will be number 11, Evelyn Rodriguez.
And here comes the jack of all trades. Talked about it during the pregame. Plays many positions out on the field.
One of the seniors as well, playing in her last game for the Lockhart Lady Lions. If you missed it earlier, she'll be attending Southwest Texas.
Or Texas State.
State.
Trying to take it old school. Nowadays, you say Southwest Texas.
Die hard for
you
sure.
say Southwest Texas, like, where's that at?
Yeah. Is that somewhere down by Kingsville?
I tell you what, that's where Coach went to. Coach Mono.
And Evelyn looks at the first one for strike one. Yep, she's going to attend Texas State and major in sports fitness management. And she's going to minor in photography. Evelyn, big photography hobby. And she watches that one for ball two. Yeah, just about any Lockhart sporting event, you can find Evelyn walking around with her camera taking pictures. And she's also a power hitting lefty. She just takes a light swipe at that one. And that'll even count up to 2-2. And that one low. Going to make the count full. So Rodriguez with a chance here. There's 3 things that can happen. She can walk, hit, or strike out. Or foul 10 off and keep going.
Yeah.
And she watches that one right down the middle for strike 3. So 2 batters up, both lefties, 2 outs.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah, we're here in the bottom of the first. And now batting for the Lady Lions, number 10, Gigi Lopez.
Here comes a third baseman for the Lady Lions. As you talked about the hot corner.
Yeah, Gigi's one of the players on this team that does have home runs to her credit in her bat, if she can catch one good. That wind is just about laid down completely out there now.
That sure has. We're going to figure out where it went to.
And she watches the first one high for ball 1. Blakely Barber's got some speed behind her pitch, that's for sure. And that one catches the river on the outside for strike 1. Barber off to a good start for Rouse. She's thrown 9 pitches, 6 of them has been strikes.
And just like Bencourt, Barber can work every corner of the plate.
That's right. Last one was inside. The one before that was outside. And now Lopez finds herself down 1-2 in the count. And she chops that one over Barber, off the glove of the shortstop. And Gigi Lopez will be the first player on base for the Lions.
I'm going to mark that down as an infield hit. Very tough play to get to.
And now batting for your Lady Lions, number 1, Presley Mabus.
Yeah, another one that got power in their bat is Mabus.
Yeah, she also has home runs to her credit as well. Definitely not every girl can hit a home run. It is a special thing to be able to do that. And she'll look to move Gigi over. And the pitch from Barber. That one catches right in the top of the zone for strike 1. And same spot for strike 2, this time swinging. And the attempted pick of Gigi at first, unsuccessful. She's in under the tag. And so every batter for Lockhart has seen themselves standing in a hole with 2 strikes on the board. And swing and a miss for strike 3. And so Blakely Barber faces 4 batters and strikes out 3 of them. And Rouse will be up 2-0. We'll take another quick break. You're watching Lady Lions Softball right here on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
If you find yourself on the side of the road or in an accident, call Quantum Towing and Recovery at 512-295-8697. Quantum Towing has been a family-owned business since 2000. We offer 24-hour towing and recovery service for your vehicle. With 4 locations to serve you in Kyle, San Marcos, Luling, and Lockhart, Quantum Towing is only a phone call away.
KJ's Embroidery is the place that can make your embroidery dreams a reality. If you're looking for embroidery work for business hats, shirts, or patches embroidered with your business logo, owner Randy Ellis can get you lined up. From a handful of items to bulk items, KJ's Embroidery is the one to call. Check them out on Facebook to stay up to date with all of their current work. If you would like to reach out to KJ's Embroidery for embroidery work done, you can send an email to kjsembroidery@gmail.com, or you can call them at 830-263-2447.
And we're back here at Lady Lions Field with Rouse versus Lockhart. First up to bat here in the second inning will be number 5, Olivia Steen. Steen is the 7th batter in the order for Rouse, as they were able to get through a few and put 2 up on the board in the first. Emma Betancourt was credited with 1 strikeout there in the first inning. Then we had a couple hits, 1 error, and then 1 that was a line drive and landed in the outfield.
And a back-to-back RBI hits. Put 2 runs on the board for the Lady Rouse Raiders, or the Rouse Lady Raiders.
And Betancourt's first pitch to Steen way outside. Foul tip for strike 1. That ball was headed for the right edge of the plate. Curveball dropping in. And tonight is senior night, so I'll continue all night to highlight these seniors. And Lockhart has just that on the corners, both at first and third. They've got seniors, numbers 10 and 11 respectively. That's Gigi Lopez on third and Rodriguez on first. And that ball is going to be popped up to left center. Maybe it's got a good run on it, and she'll make the catch for the first out of the side. And that's just what we told you before the game. You know, she'll make the catch if she can get to it wherever it was. That one was about, you know, I'd call that way over here in right center, just about right field.
A little bit more on the right field side, but just like you mentioned, TD, the athleticism of Presley Mavis out there in center field, that speed and
yeah, if you get a little bit of air under it, she's going to get there.
Right.
And in the box for Rouse is number 16, Brinley Pinkston. Pinkston, one of the players that we saw in the JV game as well. She's hitting from the left side. And she watches the first 2 strikes. And Pinkston will foul that one off. Didn't hear it hit any cars. And so the count 0-2. Betancourt way ahead here. 0-2 pitch. She throws the changeup, hangs it a little bit high. Didn't get to drop in like she wanted. And you tell the look on Betancourt's face that that one got away. Didn't go how she wanted it to. 1-2 pitch, missing on the outside edge. And on the 2-2 count, outfield's going to back up real deep. They're just a couple feet in front of the fence.
Oh, beautiful pitch.
That one just outside for strike 3. Couldn't quite reach it. And now batting for Rouse, number 8, Haley Thompson.
And that's a second strikeout for Emma Betancourt.
Yeah. And they've got 2 outs, and they're at the 9th batter. The bottom end of the lineup for Rouse. Lockhart would love to get out of this one and keep a 0 on the board for this inning. That one fouled back into the screen. Sarge, I don't know if you caught it there. Got to see Ariana Espinosa turn, throw her helmet, and her eyes. I mean, just the way her eyes follow that ball. She was all over it.
Yeah, that's rare for someone, especially a freshman.
Yeah, her reaction time is really fast. I have the pleasure of having have her on my Little League team and have had her on my Little League team for several years. Gonna be 1 ball, 1 strike. And she pitches as well. And that one's going to be fouled straight up. And just gets backing out over the screen. Well, Espinosa's just waiting for one of those that's within her reach. I don't think she likes the nickname, but I call her La Rana, the frog, for a couple of reasons. One, she squats behind the plate, and two, she just gobbles everything up that comes her way.
And it's quick to get up on her feet as well also.
And that one hit hard to Lopez. Gonna get just through her glove. And she'll be, that'll be Thompson into first, safe. And they'll be back to the top of the order. And now batting for Rouse, number 2, Sienna Arguijo.
Yeah, Arguijo reached on an error the top of the first inning and scored on an RBI double by Matley George, the number 3 hitter for the Lady Raiders.
And I want to thank everybody who's tuning in to watch Lockhart Lions softball. There's a little button on there called share. Share us with your family and friends. Let them know Lady Lions are playing live now.
And it is senior night for these Lady Lions as well. So whether you're watching on our Facebook page and your YouTube channel.
The last time to see some of these ladies. Maybe next time you see some of them could be on a college field. And so 0-1 be the count to Arguijo. Betancourt burns one with one outside, trying to get her to chase.
Yeah, that's what I call the chase pitch.
Yep. I'm up, so I'm going to see if you'll chase this one.
You know, when you got control like Emma does, you know, you could burn a pitch that way.
Yeah, she hit her spot, that's for sure. And she's looking for that outside
There you
edge
go.
again, and she got it that time. So that's the same pitch 2 times in a row with a difference of an inch. You know, one of them gets you a strike. And so now 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter Arguijo. Arguijo fouls that one back into the backstop on the left side, down the third base side.
And that really wasn't one of those swings that you want to get a base hit out of. That was one of those swings it was too close. I might as well take a hack at it.
That's a battle to stay alive there.
And great job by Arguijo to stay alive in that situation and get a piece of that one.
And she gets that one through the gap between short and third. And that will advance Thompson over to second. And so Arguijo with a single. And now batting will be Eva Chick. Chick was a strikeout in the first inning.
Yeah, great job by Arguijo fighting off that last pitch before she getting that base hit. You know, just putting the bat out there, making a little contact. Went a long way getting her base hit just now.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't a hard hit ball, but it sure did squeeze right through in the right spot. Probably got about a 1-foot gap where the third and short can't get to it.
That's what they call those CNI base hits.
And that one in there inside for strike 1. Espinosa's yet to throw down to a base so far. No stolen bases, no attempts. She did throw down for the attempted pick at 1. Boy, she's ready for it.
And I know, you know, we've said it before, but as a freshman, she's got a great arm behind the plate as well. And the one thing about being her being a freshman is she's only going to get better and better for the next 3 years.
And that one fouled off. So another 2-strike count for Betancourt. Betancourt doing a great job controlling the count tonight. A couple of hits given up, but for the most part has stayed ahead in the count against almost all batters. You know, there was something going on out there with the pitching area, as we saw get a little work in between innings. They wet it down a little bit, raked it a little bit. So something about maybe these pitchers not liking the feel of the area too much. The field is really dry.
It is. Bencourt's only given up 3 hits, but 2 errors on the field has really hurt the Lions, especially in the top of the first inning. And Bencourt gets out of it, so that error earlier in the inning, Emma gets him out of that.
That's right, and that's 2 strikeouts on the night for Betancourt. Or 3 strikeouts so far for Betancourt.
And that's Eva Chick's second strikeout of the night. So,
and that's definitely more than Betancourt averages early in a game. So good sign so far for Lockhart. Lockhart will look to get the bats going as they were unable to in the first.
Yes, Emma Bencourt, Danica Valadez, and Sabrina Ariza will be the first 3 to come up to the plate.
And we talked about having the ability to hit a home run. Emma Betancourt definitely has that. She's got a bit of a unique swing. She does not take a stride. She starts in her wide stride motion. But you'd think it would take away from her power, but I've watched her push one right over nevertheless. And she's so strong, it really doesn't matter whether she strides or not. She can hit the crap out of the ball either way.
Yeah.
So Rouse coming in here, they got a pretty deep squad. You know, probably the most players we've seen. Looks like they're rocking 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 players on the roster for Rouse.
And while Lockhart holds
13.
14.
Or 14.
Yeah, 14.
Nice throw down there by the catcher for Rouse, number 21. That's Mariah Collins behind the plate. And as Sarge said, it's Emma Betancourt coming up.
She'll look to start things off and give herself a little push offensively to help herself out defensively with the Lady Lions.
And now batting for your Lady Lions, Emma Betancourt.
And Barber's still in the circle. She has struck out 3 batters to get out of the first inning. As you mentioned, TD, facing 4 batters total, but 3 of those were strikeouts.
Well, we saw Barber, I think, at the end of the JV game as well. And she threw a nasty curveball. Yeah, that was her. And she throws a fastball there to Betancourt.
And Betancourt trying to put this one on the roof of Navarro Elementary School, which is in the background. For those that went to Lockhart Independent School District back in the day, that's intermediate for us old schoolers.
That's right, the old intermediate school.
4th, 5th, and 6th grade.
Well, it was just 5th and 6th when I was there.
Oh, yeah?
3rd and 4th was at Plum Creek. 1st and 2nd here at Clear Fork. 1-1 pitch. And that one catches the outside edge for strike 2.
Had old school teachers like Mr. Rector, Charles Red, Mr. Red, the principal. The classes with no walls.
And swing and a miss for strike 3 for Betancourt. And Barber comes out tossing Betancourt with some words of encouragement for Danica Valadez. And now batting for your Lady Lions, number 12, Danica Valadez. And see, we bring you an experience just like you were here, folks. You hear it just like the folks here do. And that one, hard thrown pitch for strike 1.
It's like she put everything she had into that one.
And Valadez kind of just acknowledging it a little bit too, going, okay.
Oh, you got to. You got to. Tremendous speed from Barber.
The great thing about pitches like that when you're a batter, and strike 2, is if you can put the bat on it, it is going to go a ways. And so Valadez finds herself in a hole. All Lockhart batters but one have been in this 2-strike hole so far. The pitcher. And that's strike 3 for Barber. Just got some news here in the press box that Barber is committed to Kansas University.
I'll tell you what, they're going to get a tremendous pitcher.
Now batting for the Lady Lions, number 5, Sabrina Ariza. You still got time? You're out of time. tell you, Blakely Barber is feeling it there in the circle. But she is chunking some heat right now. And she's just sticking with the fastball, too, right now.
Yeah.
First inning, she started off, she wasn't putting everything into it, and she was mixing her pitches up a little bit. And last 4 pitches have all been fastball heaters.
7 straight strikes in a row for Barber so far.
And there's going to be a drop third strike opportunity for Ariza. She's going to get there as the ball hits her in the back. And so Lockhart takes advantage of what they can.
It'll still go down as a strike. Yeah, still go down as a strikeout, but not a third out.
Now batting for your Lady Lions, number 19, Emma Reyes.
So that's going to put Ariza at first base on a drop third strike.
Ariza's excellent base runner. She's long and she strides and she's quick. Reyes will be looking to move her around with a single.
I'm thinking maybe the third base coach might have told Reyes to lay off 1 or 2 and maybe give Ariza an opportunity to advance over to second. I guess not. That's why I'm up here and not coaching.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Well, the best we can do is watch and guess.
Yes.
And there's a ball. So after 9 strikes in a row, she finally throws a ball. That's pretty incredible.
If you think about it, that's the second ball she's thrown so far this inning.
That's insane.
And why not start another streak?
And I will tell you, that's one thing about softball. You face a fast pitcher. The more times you can work through your lineup, the more times you can see him, the easier it gets. It starts to slow down for you. But these first times you see him, as you can see, swinging a miss there by Reyes. First time you come up against that fast pitcher it's a learning at bat, that's for sure. And you learn that she throws really hard.
Yeah, and you know what? Before we go to the next time out, that's 4 strikeouts in 1 inning. That's a rarity right there.
Yeah.
That's a rarity right there. So we'll take a quick time out and we'll be right back with some more Lady Lions softball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating we service commercial and residential HVAC system as well as refrigeration, ice machines and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs, you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort.
Number 18, Maddie George. And we're back here at Lady Lions Field. Maddie George in the box for Rouse. Emma Betancourt still on the mound. Lockhart outfield will start deep with their backs almost to the fence. They're looking to keep everything in front of them with nobody on.
Yeah, Maddie did have an RBI double back in the top of the first inning that scored Arguillo from second base.
And that ball she hit was a curving line drive that maybe it just couldn't quite get to, a little too low.
As you mentioned, curving, it curved away from her. So
it did.
Yeah. And like you said, a line drive, if you're going to put it in the air, Mavis is going to go after her, but a hard hit like that, it's tough to get and to go after it.
And after she starts her off with the ball, she comes back with a strike. And you can hear on the crowd mic, the Rouse dugout getting behind their batter. Rouse is up 2-0 over your Lady Lions. And that one popped up to shallow left field. Great running catch out there. That's going to be Lily Villarreal, the sophomore.
Great hustle. And once again, that fly ball was covered to the left, so great job by Villarreal to chase it down.
Well, and they were playing in the 3 or deepest position, so long way to run for Villarreal on that ball to shallow left. And so 1 out. Now batting, number 7, Delaney Vanoy.
Yeah, Vanoy also had a RBI single back in the first inning that scored George from second base.
And she'll pop this one up in the middle of the infield. Sosa calls everybody off, makes the catch for the second out. And next up to bat for Rouse will be number 3, Blakely Barber.
And if we got any young players out there watching or any coaches out there, Sosa did a fantastic job with communicating and letting everybody know, I got it. And, you know, that's one of the biggest things, communication in any sport is you got to have out there. Great job by Sosa to have it.
And Barber, the Kansas commit, watches the first one right down the middle for strike 1.
Oh, beautiful pitch, just a little high.
And for those you don't know, it's one thing to go to college and play softball. It's a totally different thing to do it in Division I. You have to be a truly special athlete to play D1 ball. Swings hard on that one, and that's going to be kept fair into left field. Fielded by Villarreal. They'll hold her up at 1. Great job by Villarreal and Sosa with the relay to bring it in quickly and hold her at 1. If that ball gets past Villarreal, she's all the way to third for sure. And they'll do a courtesy runner. And it'll be Kennedy Coleman. Yes. And now batting number 21, Mariah Collins.
And Mariah Collins popped out to the center fielder Mabus to end the first inning, the top of the first.
And there's 2 outs here. This time they've got 1 on. And swung on hard and popped up into the screen.
I didn't flinch. Did you flinch? That was right in front of us.
I think that was more on your side. It's just a little outside for me to flinch.
What, you weren't going to put your hand out in front to block it?
I figured that camera was going to catch it. And that one hit high into left center. Mabus makes a run, but Villarreal calls her off and makes a catch for the 3rd out of the side. So after 2.5, your Lady Lions trail the Rouse Raiders 2-0. And who do we got coming up when we come back there, Sarge?
Well, when we come back from timeout, we will have the number 9 hitter, Lily Villarreal. Then we'll head right back to the top of the order with Sosa and Rodriguez.
So it'll be their second time around seeing Barber's pitching. Talked about it a little earlier in softball. The more times you can get around on a good pitcher and see him, the better. Start to catch up to him after a while.
All right, so let's take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lady Lions softball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Meitler Plumbing LLC is the one to call on for your plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years, and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a Lion, always a Lion.
And now batting for your Lady Lions, going to be number 14, Lily Villarreal. And Villarreal's first at bat, first time for her to see the pitch in a Barber. And she swings on the first one and fouls it off the catcher.
Too, I'm very impressed with Barber. She's faced 8 batters so far. 7 have been for strikeouts. And 4 of those came in the last inning. Of course, we had a drop third strike in there, so still counts as a strikeout.
And
nice
great
job.
Little hit by Villarreal. Just a little looper between first and second. That's enough to get her on first base, and Lockhart's got one on.
His second base hit of the night for the Lady Lions.
And now the Lady Lions are back to the top of the order with number 9, Marissa Sosa.
And Sosa's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout back in the bottom of the first inning.
I like Sosa's walkout song. Reminds me of a bullfighter. Ooh, that one high and inside.
And sometimes inside that batter's box, you got to grab the bull by the horns.
Definitely have to against this pitcher. Lily had a pretty good takeoff there on first base. Looked like she's thinking about second. And Sosa hits that one left. It's going to be foul down the third base side. So that's a bit of a testament to the speed of Barber. I'd say 90% or more of Sosa's hits are from center field right, being a lefty. She does not foul many off that go that way.
Yeah, and as fast as Barber's pitching them with the speed that she's got, it's tough for Villarreal or any base runner to try and steal a base with that kind of speed.
You're waiting for a changeup. Well, there's a bunt popped up into the screen. Good quick attempt she showed really late. It's one thing that I'm a fan of in softball is, not showing bunt till you're going to do it at the last second. Against any good softball team, if you show them what's coming, they're going to be there. 0-2 pitch, called for strike 3.
That's strikeout number 8 for Barber.
And next up for the Lady Lions will be senior number 11, Evelyn Rodriguez.
And Rodriguez, she's 0 for 1 also with a strikeout back in the bottom of the first inning.
And Rodriguez said before the game at senior night, one of her favorite things about softball are the bonding moments. And she'll be looking to slap here.
Good job by pulling back off of that one. I'm pretty sure that's a difficult thing to do, especially when you're running towards a pitcher.
And Rodriguez is a power hitter, but it makes sense to, she can slap as well, and it makes sense maybe to slap here. Give yourself a little bit more chance to see that ball face to face. And pickoff attempt, and not even close down there at first.
Yeah, as you can see from Villarreal's base hit, it wasn't a solid line drive or nothing. It was just a simple ground ball right in between first and second. Well placed.
Well, pitches like this, you just touch it, you can put it in play. And with a slap, you're trying to kind of control where it goes. They're looking for her to slap. And so that'll be strike 2. Oh, no, 2 balls, 1 strike. Villarreal still hanging there on first. Slaps that one foul down the third base side.
Yeah, it almost looked like she was trying to slap it down the left side.
She's looking for that hole there right behind third base. Slapping's like Goldilocks. Can't be too far, can't be too short, got to be just right.
Sounds about right.
2-2 pitch coming. And she'll foul that one off to stay alive. That's one of the amazing things about softball. You'll see with these slappers at times, they'll go, 10, 11, 12, 13 pitches deep, just slapping them foul. And I really think something about coming forward with both eyes pointing forward. You get to see the ball real good with both eyes. That's why they're able to foul so many off. And she watched that one. That'll make her count full. And Lockhart with some potential to get another one on base here. We are in the third. So far, Lockhart's left 2 runners on base, I believe. And she watches
great
that one.
job.
And what an at-bat for Rodriguez. I mean, Barber hasn't thrown hardly, very many balls at all, and to somehow find 4 of them against her and foul off the one she did to get on base.
Yeah, that'll put
Great
Villarreal.
job.
Yeah, that'll put Villarreal at second base. Rodriguez at first, and Gigi Lopez, who got an infield hit her first time up at the plate, sent a chopper right back up the middle. That was a tough play by the shortstop.
And I tell you, Lopez is in the 3 spot and Mavis is in the 4 spot. But both of them have the power to hit it over. I mean, so it's like having 2 cleanup hitters. Now batting for your Lady Lions, number 10, senior Genesis, Gigi Lopez.
Man, you throw Emma Bencourt in the number 5 spot. That's
Right.
You got some power right there.
loaded.
You got some pop.
Yeah, they're definitely loaded 5 and down. Gigi watches the first one for strike 1.
Yeah, Barber took just a little bit off of that one.
Gigi with a big rip at that one.
She wanted that one.
And there's only 1 out, so it's a good time to take some big cuts. But she'll be down 2 strikes now. And that one high for ball 1. Rouse crowd not liking that one, wanting to on the strike, but
That's one thing I
it was a little high.
think should have invested in was a radar gun.
And that one fouled back into the screen.
And once again, Barber took a little bit off of that one, and Lopez was right there, just a little bit underneath it.
Oh, she'll vary her speed back and forth. I imagine she comes with a hard fastball here. And she sure did, and she struck her out with it. And they try to double us up at first with the throwdown, and they don't get it.
Strikeout number 9 for Barber.
And that'll bring up number 1, senior Presley Mabus.
She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the bottom of the first inning.
I don't think Mabus has gone over in any game this year.
I don't think she plans on doing it tonight, especially on senior night.
And swing and a miss for strike 1 for Mabus. Mabus will be heading out to Bryan, Texas to attend Blinn, where she'll be playing softball. She plans to be there for a couple years before moving on to a larger university.
And Blinn not that far from Huntsville, where Coach Mavis will be at, her father.
And Mabus is determined to hit as she's swinging at strike 2. And she's not far off them. And 2 straight fastballs, so I'll be looking to sit on the changeup here. Or maybe some outside. And she doesn't. She comes right back with 3 fastballs in a row to Mabus, strikes her out, and ends the side. Lockhart straining 2 on base in that one. The score is still Rouse 2, Lockhart 0. And Rouse right in the back of their star pitcher, Blakely Barber.
10 strikeouts in 3 innings so far from Barber.
That's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy. The math doesn't math on that, Sarge.
All right. Before we go wild right now, we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lady Lions softball right here on the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Old Pal Texas Tavern, located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern, cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
And the first batter for Rouse will be number 5, Olivia Steen. Stein.
Well, that's one way to get it correct.
This inning, we'll get a few shout-outs to those of you tuning in at home. As Emma Betancourt starts off with her first pitch, curveball outside. I heard the spin of that ball through our crowd mic in my headset.
And this is the second meeting between Rouse and the Lady Lions, as the Lady Raiders defeated the Lady Lions 13-2 back on March 19th at Rouse High School.
Well, Betancourt working both sides here. Coming back inside there for strike one. And Steen with a hard grounder to second. And Reyes will make the easy out over to Rodriguez at first.
Is it Steen or Stein?
Steen. I've been told. Now batting number 16, Brinley Pinkston.
And Pinkston struck out her first plate appearance, so she is 0 for 1 tonight. As Olivia Steen will go to 0-2 on the night. That'll put Haley Thompson in the on-deck circle for the Rouse Raiders.
Catches the corner for strike one. So Lockhart, a little bit less respect this time for Pinkston as they're sitting in the 2 position in the outfield. That's midway back. It's not their deep spot. Last time she was up, they backed up to the fence. And she pops that one up shallow down the left side, and it gets over and into the stands.
Yeah, one of those got a piece of one of my granddaughters out there.
Well, they're on the wrong side.
Oh, maybe with that one, they'll know they are.
And so Betancourt once again starts off a batter with 2 strikes. She's done a great job of doing that tonight. She's got 2 strikes on a ton of batters so far. She's been able to finish 3 or 4 of them. And there's another pop-up that'll go over the screen.
You know, despite the 2 errors the Lady Lions have had defensively back in the first and second inning, they've done a great job defensively.
They have. They're doing a good job playing behind their pitcher. And she's done a good job keeping herself in a safe place with her counts. And that one just misses the top left corner for ball 1.
Yeah, some great plays out in the outfield by Villarreal and Mavis. And just now, Reyes with a put out at first base to lead things off here in the top of the 4th.
And there's going to be another pop-up to shallow center, call it second. And that'll be Sosa, shortstop, making the grab just on the edge of the dirt. And that'll be 2 outs for the Lady Lions. Yeah, like Sarge said, the defense has been tight.
Yeah.
It's been tight except for the error in the first inning. And really, I mean, one of those is a solid error. The other one where it slipped between, you could kind of go either way.
Yeah, but it was an error in the first inning that gave up that 1 run eventually with the double by George to left field.
That's right.
Or the left center field, put it that way.
And that one fouled down the left-hand side.
But what's been the big story and have held the bats in check for the Lady Lions is Barber. 10 strikeouts in 3 innings.
And now in the box for Rouse, number 8, Haley Thompson.
And Thompson reached on an error by the third baseman and was left stranded back in the at second base back in the second inning.
That was one that just got out of the glove of Lopez and between her feet. That one missing inside, ball 1. Fouled off. Strike 2 for Thompson.
Talk about getting a piece of that one.
That was the changeup there. She held it as long as she could and then just threw her bat tip at it.
Got the very tip of that bat.
And there's a pop up to center field. Mavis hardly having to move at all and makes the easy catch for the third out. So Lockhart defense holds strong. They still trail Rouse 2-0. We'll keep it right here on this between.
Yeah, Lady Rouse, the Lady Raiders went down in order 1, 2, 3.
Well, while this is the last softball game of the year and baseball's almost done as well, we're coming into the fourth inning stretch here. And we're going to take just a minute and recognize some folks that are here in the audience. As tonight is senior night, we would like to have the parents of any seniors we have in the audience stand up and be recognized for raising such fine young women to play on this softball team. And now that you're standing, you know the drill. We're going to have you lead us in the Macarena. Get it, Tammy. That's what
there
we
go.
like to do every week.
I wonder how many of them actually know they're going to be on live. Let them know, TD. They could go back and watch their performance later on.
And leading off for the Lady Lions in the fourth, number 15, Emma Betancourt. Betancourt been doing her job tonight in the circle, holding it down.
Yeah, Betancourt is 0-1 at the plate with a strikeout back in the second inning.
Likely Barber finished the last inning off fearless with 3 straight hard fastballs to Presley Mavis. And she starts Betancourt with one of the same. Looks like she might have caught a piece of that one with the tip of her bat, but nevertheless it'll be strike 2. Betancourt hits a chopper to the third baseman, fielded clean and over to first for the out. And next up to bat for the Lady Lions will be number 12, Danica Valadez. And these ladies are now coming up for their second time around tonight.
And Valadez struck out her first plate appearance.
And kind of like I was telling you, started that first time you strike out, looking or can't catch up to it. Just then, Emma Betancourt chops one to third base. Come around the third time, should get a little better.
Well, the Lady Lion defense can continue to play. The way they've been playing. It's just a matter of time when these bats are going to get hot for the Lady Lions.
Swing and a miss for strike 1 for Valadez. And Sarge, while this may be the end of high school softball for Lockhart this year and the last game of the year, it's certainly not the end of where you can watch some baseball or softball, as the Little League season is still heavily underway. Lots of games still to be played. This week we're taking a break for Easter. No games this weekend, but starting next weekend you'll have games every weekend out there for the next several, all the way through pretty much the beginning of May, mid-May. Got a great Lockhart Juniors team once again on the softball side of things, looking to compete for a district championship again. He had a great 3-game series once again with Yoakum, as we did last year for the district championship. Had a great 3-game series this past weekend here in Lockhart, where we fell in the championship game. Yoakum brings a tough team. Valadez now facing 2 strikes. But yeah, if you want to see more softball later in the year, come on out to Little League. Plenty of it.
Well placed pitch.
Well-placed pitch. Valadez thought it was a little outside. I'm leaning that way as well, but doesn't matter what we think. It was called a strike.
Strikeout number 11 for Barber.
And now batting for the Lady Lions, number 5, Sabrina Ariza. And Ariza is the 7th batter in the order for the Lady Lions.
And she struck out but reached on a drop third strike. And then was left stranded at first base back in the second inning. So she is 0 for 1 tonight.
Well, that pitch inside, but she swung and missed for strike 1. And once again, behind that one, swing and a miss. And I talked about it a little earlier about Betancourt and her stance, how she just starts with a wide stance. She doesn't do a step. She's one of the few Lockhart players who's been able to put a ball in play tonight, and we see the rest seem to be just a hair behind. And there's a ball one pitch.
Yeah.
But it's timing. Everything is timing when it comes to hitting a softball, and a lot of these players are still striding and swinging. With the pitcher throwing heat like this, you better start your stride early. And she catches the outside corner yet again for strike 3. And the score will stay the same. No Lions reaching base that inning. It is Rouse Raiders 2, your Lockhart Lady Lions 0. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back in a few minutes. You're watching Lady Lions Softball on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
All right, the throw down to second lets you know it's time to play some softball as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Rouse Raiders up 2-0 the Lady Lions here on senior night. Sienna Arguillo will be stepping into the batter's box for the 3rd time tonight. She is 1 for 1, reached on an error and scored, and also singled to the left field and was left stranded at first base back in the 2nd inning. Here she is in the top of the 5th. Her 3rd plate appearance. Emma Betancourt still in the circle for the Lady Lions. And she looks to get this one underway. As the top of the 5th is underway. That one's just going to miss outside for ball 1, 1-0 the count. We'll see Eva Chick and Maddie George, the first 3 batters to step into the box for the Lady Raiders here in the top of the 5th. Arguillo in the box now. Tries to slap at that one, misses it. That'll go down as a strike. 1-1 the count. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one's going to be a slapper hit towards the right side. Gets past the second baseman, Reyes. And that's going to be the second base hit of the night for Arguillo. And that's going to bring up Eva Chick up to the plate. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. As a leadoff batter, Arguillo is at first base. Bencourt with the pitch. The runner goes to second. That ball's going to get past Espinosa. So Arguijo will be at second base with a stolen base. Yeah, that was a called strike, so it's 0-1 to Chick. The throw down to third will not be in time. And that count's going to be 1-1 now. As Arguijo swipes third base. Back-to-back stolen bases for the leadoff hitter here in the top of the fifth inning. Puts herself in scoring position with nobody out. Once again, Eva Chick 0-2 for tonight. Lays down the bunt. And they'll throw down to third base as Chick holds over to second base, and they're going to fake the throw to second. And it's going to be a pickle as Arguijo will run out of the baseline for out number one. But Eva Chick rounds the bases, so she'll put herself at third base with one out here in the top of the fifth inning. Great job by Gigi Lopez to fake the throw to second to get Arguijo off the base at third. Or eventually get her out as she ran out of the baseline. That's going to bring up number 18, Maddie George, up to the plate. She's 1 for 2 tonight.
Well, Sarge, I don't know what I missed, but it can't be good because I saw a cloud of dust at third base and I see someone standing there.
Actually, Arguijo was at third base. Gigi Lopez got the ground ball and faked the throw to second.
Tagged her out?
And tagged her out.
Awesome.
Actually, got her in a little pickle, and Arguijo just ran out of the baseline. So it is 2-0 to Maddie George.
Swing and a miss there.
Well, looks like she got a piece of that one as that one got away from Espinosa.
Yeah, Eva Chick was looking to come too.
Oh yeah, Eva Chick laid down the bunt actually, which led to the pickle. And Eva Chick kept running around the base paths while she was rounding first and in the second. That's when Gigi Lopez faked the throw to second and caught Arguijo off of the bag.
Hard hit ball to Reyes, fielded beautifully and over to first for the out. But Eva Chick does score on that play, making it 3-0 Rouse. And now batting for Rouse, number 7, Delaney Vinoy. I shouldn't have said nothing about the microphone working so beautifully earlier.
So 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. Unfortunately, 1 run just came across the plate.
You got bubbles in the park.
Vinoy is 1 for 2 tonight.
And there's a line drive shot out to right field. It'll bounce in front of Ariza, and Vinoy will be into one safe. Good job by Ariza getting that ball in quick. Tell you what, that previous hit by George to Reyes, that was a hard hit ball. Reyes did a great job to come up with it.
Textbook. Fielded that cleanly and was able to set her feet and throw it over to first.
All right, we're going to have to figure that out. That one fouled off for strike 1.
And that's the pitcher Barker at the plate.
Barber.
She is 1 for 1 tonight. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning and then singled to left field.
And that one inside, just missing for ball 1. 1-1 pitch. Swung hard and popped up shallow right field. Reyes with a run on it. Diving catch attempt. Misses it. Vanoy will go to third. Attempt to play at second. And the ball just comes out of Sosa's glove, or they'd have had the third out there at second. Vanoy moves over to third. And Blakely Barber will be into second safe.
That was a great hustle play by Sosa, or excuse me, by Reyes. Bit of a collision out there between two Lockhart players on that last ball hit to right field. Coming up next is going to be Mariah Collins when we come back to the action here. And Collins is 0 for 2. She popped up to the center fielder and popped out to the left fielder. And Mariah is showing her toughness. She's not going anywhere. Yeah, she's a senior. You got to drag her off the field. A little bit of water and we're good to go. Now batting number 21, Mariah Collins. Or they would say in the old school days, throw some Robitussin on it. So 2 runners on base, 2 outs, 1 run scored so far here in the 5th. And first pitch to Collins in the dirt. Good job by Espinosa to keep it in front of her. And Vanoy at third base, Barber at second. And we got a pinch runner out there. Kennedy Coleman in for Barber. There we go. Seems to be the go-to for Barber. And that ball hit to left field. And great catch out there by the left fielder for your Lady Lions. That's Lily Villarreal out there. That'll be 3 outs. Lady Lions only allow 1, but Rouse leaves 2 on base. Game still well within reach for the Lady Lions, only down by 3. And coming up for the Lady Lions when we come back around here, it will be the number 8 hitter, Emma Reyes, Lily Villarreal, and right back to the top of the lineup with Marissa Sosa. And so she'll get her third crack at the plate. Yeah, exactly. That'll be the third time around to have a crack at Barber's pitching. We'll see if the Lady Lions can't start to get on it a little bit more. Because we'll keep it right here. Of course, you know, if you look at the pitching of Barber and the amount of players that has reached base for the Rouse Raiders, I mean, you'd feel like this is a blowout game, but it's not. Well, that's what I'm saying. Lockhart's done a good job to stop the bleeding when it's come. And I mean, really, they allowed 2 in the first and then 1 in the 5th. They went 3 straight innings there. 2 of those innings were 3 up, 3 down. Yeah. For Rouse, and Rouse has left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on base. Lockhart has left 3, I believe, on base. Yeah. 4. They left 4 on base, but the story of the night has been Barber inside the circle. 12 strikeouts. And 4 innings. Lockhart has managed 2 base hits. And now batting for the Lady Lions, number 19, Emma Reyes. We saw Reyes with a big play at second base on a hard hit ground ball. And we saw her also make a run at that ball in shallow right. Got a little dinged up, but like I said, you're not taking no senior out the game tonight. Emma Reyes is 0 for 1 tonight. This is her second plate appearance. She struck out back in the second inning. And she'll bunt, pops that one up, gets over the screen.
Boy, that shows just how fast it's coming. You know how hard it is to pop a ball up all the way over the screen on a bunt?
I don't even want to think about it,
that,
TD.
that ball's got to be moving for that to happen. I mean, you could try, and it'd be hard to do that. So after the foul bunt, over one. And a big swing and a miss for strike two. But I like the idea, too. Sometimes when you're struggling catching up to a pitcher, playing small ball can be the way to start putting the bat on the ball. Reyes will choke up and scoot up in the box, crowd the plate here with an 0-2 count. And swing and a miss on the curveball for strike three. And that'll bring up number 14, Lily Villarreal. And swing and a miss on the fastball for strike one for Villarreal. As Barber just continues to deal. And in the on-deck circle for the Lady Lions is top of the order, Marissa Sosa. Waiting for her turn. She will get an at-bat. Swing and a miss on that inside pitch for Villarreal. Definitely unhappy with herself, but she is laser focused, locked in, doesn't even bother looking at the coaches. She knows what she needs to do. And that is put the bat on the ball. 0-2 pitch. And swing and a miss for strike three. 14 strikeouts now for Barber through 4.5. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter for the Lady Lions, number 9, Marissa Sosa. As we talked about, this will be Sosa's third time seeing her. And she watches that one for ball one. Don't get many of those. Although I think two of those pitches Villarreal swung at could have been called ball, probably high inside. And there's another ball. So 2 balls in a row. Sosa finds herself ahead in the count. She'll be looking for her pitch on this next one. And Sosa hits a hard ground ball to second baseman. Takes an ugly hop, but great play there by the second baseman, Charlie Cash, who's come in as a sub to get the third out of the side. So finally an out that's not a strikeout. And Lockhart still trails Rouse 3-0.
Yeah, when we come back for the top of the 6th inning, we'll see Olivia Stein or Steen.
It's Steen, buddy.
Steen, Pinkston, and Thompson.
Mama done told me it is Steen, and we're going to get it right.
So with that, we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lady Lions softball right here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Adam & Sons AC and Heating is a locally owned business. President, CEO, and U.S. Navy veteran Adam Renteria has been certified in HVAC since 2010. Adam is also certified as a home performance specialist through BPI. Adam & Sons offers professional work, excellent quality service with affordable prices. Whether it's commercial or residential, Adam & Sons is the one to call. Contact Adam & Sons AC and Heating at 512-844-2695 or email adamrenteria64air@yahoo.com. Mention you heard this ad on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast and get 10% off your service call.
What number is this, 5 or 3?
I believe that's going to be Barber, the pitcher. Well, no, number 5, Olivia Steen or Stein. Get it right.
Now batting, number 5, Olivia Stein.
It's rare you get the PA guy gets a hand clap. I like how you put a little emphasis on that one, TD.
Yeah, we had to give that's for Mama. And Stein lays down a bunt, played by Lopez.
Oh, great play by Lopez.
And we're definitely probably going to have a little protest by the Rouse coach here. We're down to one umpire. He's have to make the call from far across the field.
Yeah, the thing about having one umpire, TD, is you got to go to get a second opinion from the other umpire. There is none.
that call rarely changes. So 1 out for the Lady Lions.
Hold on. Let me go talk to myself real quick.
We're in the 6th. Lockhart will only have an inning and a half if they want to get back in this one. They're currently down 3-0. And now batting, number 9, Havana Hygert.
Looks like we got a
Substitution.
Pinch
There was
hitter.
a couple on the last inning that we didn't catch defensively. I know Charlie Cash came in the game at second base. And Hygart is now in the spot of Pinkston. And we didn't get a position on Pinkston because they put numbers instead of a position. So have a conversation. Looks like just now logging the subs.
Probably notifying the coaching staff for the Lady Lions of the pinch hitter.
No substitution so far for the Lady Lions. There's a senior in there for the dugout for the Lady Lions, who I sure hope finds a way to the field tonight. First pitch to Hygart. Just missing the top of the zone for Betancourt with the fastball. This will be Hygart's first at bat of the night. And fouled into the screen for strike 1.
Beautiful pitch by Betancourt.
Yeah, but Hygart watches that one for strike 2. Oh, another batter. Betancourt's taken to the 2-strike count. She's ahead. Foul tip. Big crowd here tonight for the Lady Lions. Last game of the year, lots of folks in attendance. Looks like both sides of the bleachers pretty much full. Lots of folks standing as well.
And that's one thing I've been very impressed. Despite the record of the Lady Lions, they still have a fantastic turnout when it comes to fans in the stands.
And swing and a miss for strike 3. Is that number 4 or 5 of the game for Betancourt?
That's number 4.
Strikeout number 4 for Betancourt.
Yeah, first strikeout going back to the top of the second inning. It's going back to the top of the second inning.
And that'll bring up number 8 for Rouse, Haley Thompson.
And Thompson will be coming up to the plate. She's 0 for 1. Reached on an error back in the second inning and it flew out to Mavis in center field back in the 4th inning.
And that one hit just past the outstretched glove of Lopez. She'll be into first safe and they'll hold her up there. So that's a single for Thompson to add to her numbers for the evening. And now batting, number 2, Sienna Arguijo.
Yeah, Arguijo is 2 for 2 tonight with 1 run scored.
And that one high for ball 1.
There's 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
Here's a ball, diving attempt by Sosa. That one gets through to the center fielder.
Back-to-back hits. That would put Haley Thompson at second base and Arguijo at first.
And that one just getting through past Sosa, just like the previous one just got past Lopez.
Got to bring up Ava Chick up to the plate. 1 for 3 with a run score.
Now in the box for Rouse, Ava Chick. And there's a strike 2 to Chick. 2 on, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Got the deuces going.
Big at bat for the Lady Lions and Emma Bencourt, trying to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs, especially with 2 Rouse Raiders on the base pads.
There's a pop up just over the stands as Chick battles to stay alive. So still 2-2-2. And there's a ball hit to shallow left field. Mabus with the run makes the catch for the 3rd out. And once again, Lady Lions defense holds strong and gets out of the 6th without allowing any. They're down by 3 to Rouse. They can get back in with a couple hits and a heartbeat. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here in a moment on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
If you're looking to capture that special moment, let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794, email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com, or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com.
And we're back for the top half of the 7th inning. The 7th and final inning, as the Lady Raiders are up on the Lions 3-0, as Lockhart is coming down to their final, or bottom of the 6th, excuse me.
And now batting for your Lady Lions, number 11, Evelyn Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez coming up to the plate. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. There's her 3rd plate appearance. She'll take a little walk and start. Take a look at the first pitch for strike 1.
Yeah, she's looked to slap her last 2 times up. Evelyn can be a power hitter, but sometimes against speed, slapping's your better option to get both eyes on that ball. And she slaps that one foul into the screen on the 3rd base side.
Lady Lions down to their final 6 outs. Unless they could tie it up and move it to another inning number 8, or finish it.
And it all starts with getting a runner on base, which is what Rodriguez will try to do here. That one outside for ball 1. Good eye there by Rodriguez.
Toughest thing for the Lady Lions bats tonight is cracking the code of Barber. 14 strikeouts.
That one high for ball 2. So the count even with the twos. Rodriguez lays off that one, but it's called strike 3. And now batting for your Lady Lions, number 10, Gigi Lopez.
And Lopez is 1 for 2 tonight with an infield single and a strikeout. That infield single came back in the bottom of the first inning. She was left stranded at first base.
Lopez tries to check her swing, but goes. The umpire looks down to get his help. It's not there, so he makes the call. Did you see that? He pointed and he goes, "Oh, it's not there."
Like, okay, I'll make it from back here. Wow, that one just missing on the inside.
Well, and that's a pitch that a lot of the Lady Lions haven't been able to lay off of, that high inside corner. We've seen quite a few of them take a cut at that one and not be able to make contact. So good job there by Gigi holding off that one, where others have definitely chased it. Gigi hits that one to right field. Right fielder with a good diving catch. That's number 10 out there in right field. That's Braylon Hill with a catch to retire Lopez. And that'll bring up number 1, senior Presley Mavis.
And Mavis is 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts. And you mentioned her before her last plate appearance that it's rare that she goes 0 for in any softball game that she's been in here for the Varsity Lady Lions. And here she finds herself 0-2 with 2 strikeouts, looking to get a base hit and get things rolling for the Lady Lions.
And she watches that first one. That one's inside for strike 1. So they're definitely getting the inside pitch, but the high inside one's the one you can lay off of. As we mentioned earlier, Mavis is the daughter of former athletic director here at Lockhart for 6 years, Todd Mavis. That one's the high inside one that you can lay off of, and it's called for a ball. A lot of the girls like to tease Presley when she comes to the bat and say Mobes or Moobis.
Yeah.
Because anytime they go out of town, they have trouble getting it. Mavis hits one hard to the third baseman, fielded clean, and throw it to first for the third out. So Rouse defense remains strong, not allowing the Lions to cross the plate yet tonight. We'll go into the final inning with your Lockhart Lady Lions trailing the Rouse Raiders 3-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in just a minute. You're watching Lady Lions Softball on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
My name is Nathaniel Gonzalez, also known as My Time Gonzalez on the football field.
Same formation.
Same play.
Hand off to Gonzalez. He got room to run across his midfield to the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. End zone, touchdown, Gonzalez.
When I'm not on the football field, I run a small Christian brand with 2 of my friends, Sam Mancius and Gabby Longoria. This allows us to spread our Lord and Savior's message. We make shirts, shorts, sweaters, cut-off hoodies, car decals, and drawstrings backpack. My design is to have a unique verse of your choosing on the back of the shirt or hoodie. If you would like to support Stay Holy, scan the QR code and check out what we have. Or for more info, you can send us an email to stayholy21@gmail.com. If Jesus could do it all, we could try. God bless and go Lions.
Now batting number 18, Maddie George. George has had a pretty good night. She's been on base and battled through a couple of bats.
Yeah, we'll see Maddie George, Delaney Vanoy, and Blakely Barber.
And that's the 3-4-5 hitters, so heart of the lineup for Rouse up here.
And Matty
Ball
George,
one.
yeah, Matty George is 1 for 3 tonight. Did get an RBI double back in the first inning, but since then has popped up to the left fielder and grounded out to Emma Reyes at second base.
Now she's accounted for a third of the runs for Rouse tonight with her RBI. Okay, that low to medium outside pitch is definitely working for both pitchers. Well, it's inside to the righties, outside to the lefties. Yeah, I think I'd hang out there too. It's a good spot to be. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
That's one thing as a pitcher, whether it's baseball or softball, it's not about your spot at the plate, it's the spot of the umpire.
That one hit hard all the way to the gym at Clear Fork. And you can hear coach or dad telling her anything close to that outside corner, you got to foul it off. That's a corner that the umpire has given both pitchers tonight. And I bet that's exactly where Betancourt attacks here. And she does, but that one just driven foul. So the catcher was set up looking for that outside pitch. That one got away from Betancourt just a little bit and got over the heart of the plate. And Maddie took a hard swing at it. Lucky that one went foul for the Lady Lions. George would have probably for sure at least made the second on that one. So 2-2 the count to George. And looking for that outside corner, not getting it that time. Full count. There's a pop-up really high to left field. Villarreal with a run on it. Oh, and drops it. Boy, that one was tough to judge. You could tell it had a lot of spin, a lot of curve on it. Villarreal had to end up trying to make the catch with her back to home plate. And that one just gets out of her glove. And that'll bring up number 7, Delaney Vinoy.
Yeah, Vinoy is 2 for 3 tonight. 2 singles.
And Lockhart with no outs here. And now George out there on second. Desperately needs to try to keep it to 0 in this inning. Betancourt continues to try to look for that outside corner. That ball hits short left field. Shortstop's under it. That's Sosa with easy catch for out 1. And now batting number 3, Blakely Barber. So pitcher Barber making her way back up to the plate again.
And Barber is 2 for 2. And reached on a fielder's choice. Looks at the first pitch for ball 1.
Barber wanted that one. Big windup and then layoff. And it was called strike 1. Rouse coach is going to come talk about it and say,
And then said, wait a minute, there's no ABS. Oh, there's going to be a courtesy runner coming in.
So this would be a pinch runner as Matty George has been playing third all night. So a true pinch runner is going to be number 11.
Probably coming from the JV squad.
Yeah, who's not on the roster. Is it number 11 or number 1? Yep, number 11.
That's what I'd like to know. If they're not on the roster, would they be on the lineup sheet?
They're Not on either, but it is possible one of the subs were in a different number as well. And that ball drove high and hard to center field. Mavis with a beat on it right at the wall. Uncharacteristically drops it, but recovers quick. Ball coming home, play at the plate. And she's safe in behind the tag of Espinoza. So a very rare drop there in center field, but a great job to recover, get the ball in quick. Close play at the plate, but number 11 is in.
That's a tough play because you're going back to the fence line. And she did everything she had to do with Mavis, and it was just off the edge of the glove. Unfortunately, that puts another run across the plate.
And it looks like we'll have the courtesy runner. Kennedy Coleman will come in once again for the pitcher, Barber.
She'll go to second base as Collins will step into the batter's box. She's 0 for 3 tonight. Courtesy pinch hitter, number 4, Addison.
It's Addison White, be her first at bat of the game. Now batting number 4, Addison White. And swing and a miss for strike 1. So they score 1, and they've got 1 still on second. That one misses high for ball 1.
Still only 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning.
And that one missing low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count.
I do want to remind everybody out there tuning in and watching, at the conclusion of the game, we'll have a quick timeout, and we'll come back with the Kreitz Market post-game show. And we'll have your Kreitz Market offensive player of the game and your Quantum Towing defensive players of the game for the Lady Lions.
And there's another strikeout for Betancourt. And that'll bring it to 2 outs.
Strikeout number 5.
Lockhart's allowed 1 in this inning. The score is 4-0. Runner on second base.
Stein up at the plate.
Now batting number 5, Olivia Steen.
She is 0 for 3 tonight.
Well, and I'm 2 for 3 on getting her name right.
There you go.
But hey, I'll take 666 as the batting average. And hard hit ball goes foul just outside the third base bag.
That'll make the count 0-2.
That ball had some heat on it coming off the bat. So 2 strikes, 2 outs, 4-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Betancourt's been on the mound since the start for Lockhart. We're in the circle. And she burns one with the ball high. That was fouled off the other way. Watch out now. Betancourt
that was
searching
close.
for strike 3. That was close to that low inside one that's been called. Betancourt is one of the seniors here on senior night in her last game for the Lady Lions. She plans to go to Texas A&M University. She'll be majoring political science and on a pre-law track. Betancourt is top 5 in her class. She's got a 4.6 GPA. And another strikeout, so that hard work showing up on and off the field for Betancourt. As Lady Lions go into the bottom of the 7th and their last chance to try to pull this thing in. They are down 4-0 to Rouse. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a minute on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
My name is Nathaniel Gonzalez, also known as My Time Gonzalez on the football field.
Same formation.
Same play.
And hand off to Gonzalez. He got room to run across his midfield to the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. End zone, touchdown, Gonzalez.
When I'm not on the football field, I run a small Christian brand with 2 of my friends, Sam Mancius and Gabby Longoria. This allows us to spread our Lord and Savior's message. We make shirts, shorts, sweaters, cut-off hoodies, car decals, and drawstrings backpack. My design is to have a unique verse of your choosing on the back of the shirt or hoodie. If you would like to support Stay Holy, scan the QR code and check out what we have. Or for more info, you can send us an email to stayholy21@gmail.com. If Jesus could do it all, we could try. God bless and go Lions.
And we are back for the bottom half of the 7th inning as Emma Betancourt comes up possibly for the final time as a Lady Lion.
That's why I try to give her a nice, loud announcement.
And we'll see Betancourt, Valadez, and Ariza.
Swing and a miss on that one, way behind. And she knew it, swung late. Swing and a miss again. Same spot, 2 pitches in a row, both high, looking for the inside corner. They look so good on the way in, that one. It's hard to lay off. Same pitch 3 times in a row, 3 spot, same swing, and a strikeout. Now batting for your Lady Lions, number 12, Danica Valadez.
And Valadez steps into the batter's box. She's 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts.
She'll be looking to get the 2-out rally going for her Lady Lions.
And the Lady Lions will need to get at least 4 runs to move this game to the 8th inning. 5 to end it, but they got to start with 1 right here, right now.
Good job laying off that high pitch. Ball 1. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in here tonight, watching us on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast. And check swing, ball 2. We appreciate each and every one of you that tunes into our events. Appreciate your comments, your support through the years for Lions Pride Sports Broadcast. It's always somber, kind of coming to the end of any season. And 3 straight balls to Valadez.
Very uncharacteristic like. First 3 ball. I think this is a second 3-ball count.
So, I was in Vegas a couple weeks ago, Sarge. I'm willing to put a pretty big wager that the next pitch is in the strike zone.
You brought Vegas home with you? Yep, there you go.
It caught that inside edge.
How many chips you want to place on this next one?
Ding.
3-1 count. This is a hitter's count for Valadez.
And she drives one up the middle for a base hit. And Valadez gets the 2-out rally going for the Lady Lions. And Sabrina Riza will look to continue it.
As
Now
Ariza.
batting number 5, Sabrina Ariza.
Yeah, Ariza's 0 for 2 tonight with 2 strikeouts.
Well, maybe this is the one that she gets a hit on.
That is just the 3rd hit of the night for the Lady Lions.
Pitches, 2 strikes. 1 down, Valadez on first. Hadn't been a single pass ball tonight for Rouse, or the Lions for that matter. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's 2 strikeouts in the inning.
Strikeout number 16. Excuse me, number
and that'll
17.
bring up number 19, Emma Reyes.
17 strikeouts on the night for Barber, looking for her 18th. Reyes looking for the 4th hit of the night for the Lady Lions.
Senior up to the plate, 2 outs, game on the line here. And swing and a miss for Reyes, but you know what? She wasn't behind that one. She was ahead of it on the changeup. See if maybe they take a chance and send Valadez or have her take a big lead. Good hold off there. Ball 1.
Lions down to their final 2 strikes.
Once again, umpire looking for help from the buddy who's not there, but it'll be called for strike 2 because it was in the zone. So Rouse is 1 strike away from clinching this one. And foul ball, but it's caught, and that'll be strike 3. And that'll end it here at Lockhart as your Lady Lions fall to Rouse. 4-0 in a hard-fought game. Hats off to all the players here and the seniors. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a minute with your Kreitz Market post-game show.
Smoke Texas Barbecue puts smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of Smoke Texas Barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, 5th-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to kreitzmarket.com. That's www.kreitzmarket.com.
And for the final time for Lady Lions softball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast, we've come to the Kreitz Market post-game show. And TD, your thoughts of the game before we get to the post-game honors?
That was a tight game. You know, Lockhart played Rouse really close. Rouse, a really good team coming in here. You know, obviously off the back of their pitcher, Blakely Barber, the Kansas commit. She was throwing fire all night against these Lady Lions. How many strikeouts she ended up with?
18 strikeouts.
18 strikeouts in 7 innings. What a performance by Blakely Barber, but also great job by the Lady Lions to hang tough on the defensive side of things, where they held. You know, they didn't allow more than 2 in an inning, so they did a great job on the defensive side of things. Blanked them for several innings, just could not get the bats going against Barber.
Yeah, that was a tough
fastball.
thing. Yeah.
That's a tall hill to climb for anybody, but hats off to the effort from the Lady Lions. And we'll go over to Sarge, who's got our offensive player of the game.
Your Kreitz Market offensive players of the game. Going to go to the 3 hits that we have on the night. Number 10, Gigi Lopez. number 22, Danica Valadez, and number 14, Lily Villarreal. So Lily Villarreal, Danica Valadez, and Gigi Lopez are your Kreitz Market offensive players of the game. Where not much offense on the night. Pretty much hardly none, but
no, those
we
three
did
were
get
able
through.
To get
yeah,
the bat on the ball and
exactly.
on base, and that's about as good as you can do against a pitcher like that. And on the defensive side of things,
quantum toe and defensive players of the game.
Yeah, quantum toe and defensive players of the game. Also going to go to two seniors. Number 1 out there in center field, Presley Mabus. She made some great catches on the night, some great throws to the infield. And then the second one is going to be second baseman Emma Reyes, who made several really good plays, had some hard hit balls towards her, and had some good putouts from second to first, and then some really good efforts on some balls out in the edge of the outfield. So those are your quantum towing defensive players of the game, Presley Mabus and Emma Reyes.
Yeah, so congratulations to all of our players of the game. And, an era comes to an end for the Lions Pride Sports broadcast for Lady Lions Softball. This is our final broadcast, but, man, what a way to do it. You know, I've had a great time calling Lady Lions Softball games, and, of course, TD's joining me. It's been a great time. We still got football to go to. Got a couple of more baseball games on tap for the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And then hopefully a whole bunch of football games next year or next season as the Lockhart Lions kick off the season with a brand new athletic director and a new head coach and Coach Maldonado.
New offense probably, new defense. Be ready because it could get exciting. We don't know what we'll have yet, but we'll find out and keep you updated on Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Oh, yeah, so congratulations to the Rouse Raiders as they will be moving on to the playoffs. So, and hats off to the Lady Lions. Tough season, but you could tell they came to fight to the very end. They could have easily packed it in for the final game of the season, but, you know, to lose 4-0 to a district champion or possible district champion, it's pretty close, yes. So that's going to do it for us tonight here for Lady Lions Softball on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And for the final time, good night, goodbye. Like I always say, you could take the lion out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart. Go Lions.
Thank you for watching today's broadcast of Lockhart Lions Sports on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Today's broadcast was brought to you by Kent Riddle Properties, Kreitz Market and Quantum Towing. And remember, like the Sarge always says, you can take the lion out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart.